Hello everyone, I'm back. Had to deal with a lot of personal issues, but I'm happy to be back from this long break. Anyway, in this topic, I would like to mention why I'm not interested in watching Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers, and what they could have done to improve it. As I watched the Thunderbolts trailer, it just didn't catch my interest because the story looks extremely predictable and the character design looked like they're from a Black Ops team. And it just felt like an overly emotional drama on the characters' feelings instead of focusing on the mission, similar to the Mission Impossible franchise. My last Marvel movie I watched this year was Deadpool and Wolverine, which was very rare for me to watch a Marvel movie because when I was younger I used to read a lot of classic Marvel comics, had a lot of interesting world building, characters in their terms of their design, traits and development and personality. It had a lot of interesting elements, like in the universe they have celestials, gods, aliens, mutants, supernatural creatures and inhumans. So whenever I watch the MCU versions of this world, it feels more smaller, and the characters felt like a downgrade in terms of their powers, personality and their capabilities. So as I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, I thought it was entertaining and fun. Sure, there were a lot of fan service and cameos, but it doesn't hinder my enjoyment on the movie, because they know how to utilize and use their characters effectively, which doesn't mess with the pacing issues too much and improves on the character development. As I did a bit of research on the comic book versions of the Thunderbolts, it seems that they're very different for their movie counterparts, and it made me think that they could have come up with two options. The first option is to introduce a new team of characters that no one has ever heard of, and make them interesting in terms of their character traits, unique abilities, and create a mixture of heroes and villains in the team. Or the second option is to use popular characters that you never think that they'll be teaming up, which make an interesting dynamic with the characters. It's never been used before and it could create an interesting, unique story. So at the end of the video, I came up with a team that could have been in the Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers, that they should have used. For the storytelling that they could have used for the movie, they need to introduce or reuse villains and evil organizations as a new threat instead of a team of heroes fighting a powerful hero. This hero versus hero thing needs to stop and come up with a unique storyline that they need a team to take down. So with my idea, with the Avengers out of commission due to the events of Endgame and too much infighting with other heroes, the new evil organizations and villains start to regain their power due to the lack of heroes to stop them. And they start to gain their influence throughout the city or country, which the government has to come up with a new way to prevent the threat, and they had to create the new Avengers. This is the list of characters that could have been in the Thunderbolts or the new Avengers. Stormbreaker, Beta Ray Bill could have been introduced from space or any other situations as force replacement for the new Avengers. Elektra from Daredevil could be introduced as part of the team for her capabilities of being a skilled ninja. Spider-Woman could be introduced as a new character without any ties to the Sony version, so it will be the MCU version of the character. Red Hulk could be the one who creates the team and will be in control of the Hulk himself the entire time, similar to the Smart Hulk but with a different personality. US Agent could be introduced in the team as part of the group and learn how to become a leader. He's the only character that I'm fine with. Rhodey as War Machine has recovered from his leg injury and is ready to become an Avenger. This is a list of Thunderbolts or the Avengers that they could have used, but in my opinion, they could have called themselves the East Coast Avengers or the West Coast. My final thoughts on the Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers. I feel like the team isn't balanced due to having too many super soldiers and one person with powers. They're not strong enough to deal with a world-ending threat. I'm kinda surprised that other reviewers overpraised it. Maybe it's because they're seeing so many bad Marvel movies that their standards have lowered. The story should focus on the mission. If the movies is about emotional therapy, then each character should go to a therapist, have hobbies with other characters, so that it can have their character development. Not every movie should be like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with overly emotional backstory so that they can overcome it at the end of the story. It's great for a couple of times, but it gets tedious if it happens all the time. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks.